Hi everyone, some gamer dude here. How is everyone? What's up? I haven't made a video for over a month now and haven't made an update video since October last year, so I think it's the perfect time to make one. I'll be breaking this video in two, one about Juken, one about me and why certain things have happened recently. Juken as a game was very fortunate to have a certain person take interest in it after the new challenges released. This person was an old friend of mine that I'd fallen out of touch with years ago now, but always thought very highly of. I have met two people in my time that genuinely impressed me with how good they are at card games. He's one of them. I respect his opinion on a lot of things. So I thought I was done with Power Surge with my testing group, and with that I prioritized asking him about some things I'd struggled to make work from B1, what is tentatively called Mystical Adventure. When I get the test print of Power Surge, I show him and we give it a whirl since he hadn't tried it out yet. This leads to him pointing out that a couple of things compound with other cards to create scenarios that were far more of an issue than prior playtesting thought they were. So several cards, Hyper Louise, Resolute Dual KI Blasts, Defensive Knowledge, Resolute Overhead Hook and Skull Crush Stomp, were edited prior to release to avert future issues. My established playtesters were insufficient, no fault of their own. Everyone has their own strengths and weaknesses, but they didn't have the keen eye to think about things in the future without being spoon-fed decks, and I can't see everything either. Having this person on board has been a monumental asset, and along with some other factors, caused the complete restructuring and rebuild of the next 4 sets, along with a change in what will happen for the final 3 sets of the first group, Gamma Block, and beyond. Foyo Games was also very influential in the rebuild of the rule sheet, the 2.0 edition. I got this done with the help of the person I mentioned before and the great people on the Some Gamer Dude Discord. Shout out to Ellsworth, PC Droid and Merc in particular. This 2.0 is a massive improvement over what I had and takes up less space, allowing me to put a combat diagram on the reverse side, something that has been greatly appreciated. So let's talk the reception to Juken itself. This has been twofold. Firstly, the gameplay. So a slight detour before I get there. For many people, including myself, we have a much slower playstyle. Initiating combat turn 1 wasn't that common of an occurrence. Others are balls to the wall. Initiate turn 1 before the opponent can craft their hand, go go go. This resulted in a very lopsided game, especially if that aggro player can keep up momentum. After much discussion, as it didn't affect most people and helped those it did, I decided to stop the first turn player from being able to initiate combat. It seemed to have helped a lot and is seen as a good change. I know some would like to manually charge KO from the hand, and there is a specific character that can allow you to do that, but I'm not budging as a gameplay mechanic. As it is now is how it is intended. The percentiles of not getting a LV0 with at least 8 in your arsenal are exceptionally low now the first turn player can't initiate. As for the game itself, it's been pretty well received. Once the communication issues I addressed in the 2.0 rule sheet have been cleared up, people started getting into a rhythm and enjoying it. Achieves the goals I set out to. It's smooth and plays well. Player experience is pretty positive for the most part. It averts many of the issues that its inspirations fell to, and that's been noted. I've been told by one playtester that showed one of their friends that their friend enjoyed Juken more than Flesh and Blood. They felt it played better to their sensibilities. Others have told me that they enjoy it more than the games that inspired it, again, smoother. I've got one person that is pretty keen on it in general and wants me to play with them a lot. But not record games, believe me, I tried pushing that. Breaker blocks are something that trips people up, Breaker being a super type for block cards that gives them the ability to use BRKR effects, but still can be used as a block card to block attacks. Like tactics and setting them, I'm trying to find space to convey this as reminder text where I can, in addition to providing some reference cards, but Rule Sheet 2.0 and current FAQ 1.3 should clear everything up. Something that has surprised me is the amount of people not interested in constructed play. I think constructed is a blast and gets better each set. Yes, Juken is designed to be played out of the box, but to me it feels like you're only getting half an experience. I'm hoping as more sets release, the temptation gets to you and you jump over to constructed play. So let's talk about the other half of the reception. The look of the game. The artwork. I'm not going to dwell on it too much, but I know it's a point of contention. I've known for a while now. I'm not going away from the anthropomorphic animal angle. I like it. I think it can lead to some cool mechanics and designs while also having a wide range of appeal. Everyone has a bunch of animals they like. saying that, with help from my Discord, special shout out to Master Riolu in particular, I am changing art styles and artists going forward. I was under the misconception that I had barriers in place preventing this, but it appears this isn't the case. My goal is to both improve the look of the game and expand how many people it can appeal to. The image you've got on screen is the only piece of art I had commissioned for Triple Threat before I made this decision. I'm still deciding where I want to go in terms of look, but I want a bit more edge to it and more detail. Less cutesy. Ninja Turtles has come to my mind a lot, especially the original Mirage comics. I'm also a fan of how 80s and 90s comic books look with the heavy black shading, so I've considered that. Bloody Raw has been suggested for a long time to draw from, but I really think it's too far in the edge direction. Might work for hyper forms, but not base forms and not all characters. I'm going to be a lot more open on art going forward, asking people I trust their opinions on artists, sketches, etc. Once I have the artwork of the redesigns of the 3 new characters, I'll be showing them off on social media and the channel to see how they are received, then go from there. Speaking of, A3 Triple Threat is finished in terms of design, only some card names to go. Ellsworth, another shout out, I think I will change Bacterial Drool to Toxic Drool. You're right, the name it had wasn't cool. So here comes the issue. Simply put, I don't have the funds to continue. I'll be talking about this more in the other update video, but what funds I had made from the new challenges got used to make Power Surge, including the foils nobody wanted, with the hopes the foils and Power Surge would make enough to fund Triple Threat. Then what I'd made on Power Surge got eaten up by costs keeping the website up. I can't take the hit on the art anymore in hopes it snowballs. I'm going to have to go back to crowdfunding. It's looking at a much lower goal than the initial Kickstarter, a fourth of that initial goal. 3,000 Australian dollars or about 1,900 euros, 1,650 pounds sterling and 2,100 US dollars. Stretch goals will be things like more new cards over the stated 7 per character, both internally to the decks and a special pack of additional new cards for buying all 3. Frills for the individual decks in the form of individualized packaging. 100% new artwork instead of just for the new cards. Then finally, getting it done offset with an additional set of 3 decks, B1, included as add-ons. I'm not sure if I want to aim for foils included in the offset deck seeing as the foils I have didn't move, but we'll see closer to the time. Maybe the new art will push a desire for full art foils. I'll be printing out proper proxies of Triple Threat, as shown here, so that I can make gameplay videos with the hopes that this gets people interested in helping Triple Threat happen. Show off their out-of-the-box configurations and constructed lists, even with the characters from the prior sets. Just play with the game in the best possible light. Aiming for weekly videos for gameplay too. I've learned a lot from the past year, so I'll be selling the decks from A1 and A2 separately on the website soon. That's been a big request for a while. Cellophane packs for packaging. A3 will also be made available as individual decks, but with no frills to keep costs down unless it does well. So that's where things stand today. I'll probably be making a move on artists soon and hopefully start uploading gameplay videos in the next few weeks. Just need to get some things done first. Till next time friends, this has been Some Gamer Dude and thanks for watching.